All right. So excited to be with all of you. Wow, got people here from all over the world. Iceland, India, Germany, Sweden, Charlottesville, Virginia, Alabama, Sacramento, Michigan, Dallas, Redondo Beach, Montreal, Switzerland, Portugal, Alberta, Brantford, Australia, New York, Greece, Namibia, Israel, Kuwait. Holy cow, I can't even keep it up. Wow. Okay. Well, anyway, it's exciting to have such an international audience, such a diverse group of people from all over the world. One Love from Jamaica. I love it. Well, I've called you all here together because I love working with people who want to make a difference in the world. I love working with people who care about others. I love working with people. I believe that people who help others for a living should be rewarded handsomely for doing so. And unfortunately, that's not often the case. And the reason it's not often the case is because many of us coaches, consultants, healers, authors, speakers, we don't necessarily understand how to communicate the value that we have to offer so that people go, oh my gosh, I want to get that. And that's worth paying for. It's worth the money. But also, there's a lot of inner stuff that we have going on where, we feel like, or people may say like, well, hey, if you really care about people, then you should do this work for free. It's like, why would you charge for this? Like, if you have these spiritual healing gifts or something, like you should just do it for free. It's like, well, why should I do it for free? I mean, everything people charge to do for all of the things, but for some reason, us coaches, healers type people, we should just give our stuff away. Anyway, I'm not saying that that's true. I'm not saying, but some people think that, and even if you don't, like, you're not worried about what other people think, if there's like a little voice inside of you that feels like somehow it's not right to charge for this. I mean, it's a lot of stuff that we have. There's a lot of mental mastering our mind and emotions that we need to do to be successful as a coach. I believe that coaching is one of the simplest and easiest businesses to start and grow, but the thing that makes it hard is ourselves. If we were selling a cheeseburger, it's like, hey, people either like the cheeseburger, they don't like the cheeseburger, right? But if it's like, oh, people don't like my coaching, oh my God, I'm not that good. It's like, at least that's what I had to grow through in order to achieve the levels of success that I did. Well, I'm delighted that you're here. This is the beginning of a 4-part series, the Get Clients Masterclass, and today's session is on creating coaching programs and packages that sell. And so this is going to help. All of these trainings, they're going to help really shorten the learning curve for you. What's taken me decades to learn, you're going to be able to learn in the course of a few weeks, during the Get Clients Masterclass. And so this session is on creating coaching programs and packages that sell. Our next training is on Monday. That one is on the client multiplier system, how to turn one client into many, how to turn one client into 2 or 10 or even more. And that's based on the idea of getting tons of referrals without even having to ask for referrals. That's the best way to get them, right? So we'll talk more about that in session 2. In session 3, we're going to talk about how to get clients from social media. And in session 4, we're going to, I'm going to share with you the 5-step process to sign clients up for $5,000 to $100,000 each from one simple conversation. We are going to record all of these sessions and make them all available to you for free for a limited time. Each live training will have a component that's going to be available for people who are there live only. So the last part of each session, there's going to be a special bonus segment, and that's only going to be for people who are there live. So those of you who are here live, if you stay till the end, you'll get this bonus segment, and everybody who's on the recording is going to miss out on those bonus sections. Okay, so there's definitely reasons to be here live. We also have a drawing, which I'll tell you about in a couple minutes. That's going to be especially great for you if you're here live. And the reason I'm doing this Get Clients Masterclass series is because once a year I do a launch for my best-selling program. It's called Free Sessions That Sell, the Client Sign-Up System. And we do that launch once a year, and we're going to open registration for a couple of days later this month. So anybody who's interested in working with me a little further, going even deeper, you'll be able to find out more about that later on this month. Times and days of the additional calls, we'll send out via email and or text to get you that info, but we have it also on our website. So the page where you registered should have all that info, but you can re-register, or you'll get the notifications via email and or text. Scott's already got them in his calendar, so let's give it up for Scott. Good job, Scott. Go getter. Yes, love it. Love it. I love it. All right, so here's the scoop. If you've ever been on a webinar where it seems like it's just an infomercial, and people tell you their story and they teach you maybe a little something or not that much, and then they sell you something, then I hate that. I hate that stuff. I'm not going to do that. So you're going to be blown away. Like if you're serious about having a successful coaching, consulting, healing business, if you already have one and you want to take it to the next level and attract higher paying clients, get clients faster and easier than ever before, this master class or master course, if you will, of these sessions. Sorry, I just noticed I picked up some buzz somewhere. This is going to blow you away. This is so much value. My team and I, every time we go to have one of these launches, we review all the content, and then we make tweaks, maybe add more. And every time I review it, no exception, I'm blown. I look at the stuff that we're teaching. I'm like, I can't believe we're giving away so much for free. B, the quality is so high. And C, I'm like, how the heck am I really going to be able to cover all this content in these short little masterclass sessions? And somehow we do. In terms of how long this is going to last today, you never know. Depends on how fast I go. I didn't have quite as much chocolate, which is my caffeine source, which makes me go really fast. But I'll do my best. Do my best to go quickly, but also to be thorough and answer questions for you guys. There's gonna be more time for question at the end, but I am going to keep an eye on the chat just to make sure you guys are following along. So Godiva on the way. Thanks, Drew. Says bing bong. Oh, somebody's here. Wow, that was quick. Okay. Yes, I hope you like my set here. This is my new home in San Diego. I'm in my dream home. Man, maybe tomorrow, or not tomorrow, I mean on Monday, on our next live training, I'll tell you the story of how I got my dream home, and maybe even give you a tour. We'll see what that's like on Monday. But puppy is hiding right now, so no puppy for today's training. Still live in Puerto Rico, still have my epic place right on the beach over there. I can't believe I get to live in two amazing places and living my life beyond my wildest dreams. So I want to help you guys live your life beyond your wildest dreams. So let's get rocking with there was a workbook you guys could print out or have handy. Before we really dive in, what I'd love for you to do is decide right now if you're going to be an active participant in this training today so that you can soak the most up out of it. Trust me, there's people, even if you've been coaching for a long time, you're going to get a lot of value out of this training today. So decide if you're going to be an active participant and have your camera on and really, raise your hand with me and be in the chat and really focus on this training, or if you're going to be a passive observer and just kind of like doing other crap. If you're going to be a passive observer, I actually just recommend you might as well just leave, because I want you to be focused. If you're going to be here, like really be here. Show up for yourself. Like I'm on a mission to get the whole world coached. I can't coach everybody, right? We've got to do it together. And I'm giving you massive amounts of free training. Please honor me by actually being here, and honor yourself by showing up for yourself. Take this very seriously. Act as if you paid $1,000 for this training today, because it's going to be worth at least $1,000. It took me many years of really pounding my head trying to figure stuff out to get all of this dialed in, and to be able to share it so concisely for you guys. Please be here. We are going to send out a recording, but it's only going to have the first chunk of today's training. We have a bonus segment that's only for people who are here live. So be here. Let's do this. Yeah, and be on camera, even if we don't care what you look like. If you can't be on camera, you got to run to the bathroom or something, we get it, but show us honor us with your presence, even if it's your sleepy hair, your bed head in your pajamas. I'm going to share with you how to create coaching programs and packages that sell. Whether you're a brand new coach, you've been coaching for years, this is going to help you get it all dialed in. How to package your knowledge and your skills into super enticing coaching offers that practically sell themselves. With me, #1 best-selling author, 4-time Inc. 5000 award winner, and coaching industry leader, Christian Michelson. Yay. Okay, in today's live training, you will discover how to create results-based. Yes, people don't pay for coaching, they pay for results. How to create results-based coaching packages that practically sell themselves. Plus, I've got a big bonus section that's only available to those who stay until the end of the training. That's going to supercharge your coaching business, so you won't want to miss that. You're going to discover how to package your coaching in a way that makes it really enticing, what people really pay for when it comes to coaching, and how to easily tick those boxes when you present your coaching package. How to charge a minimum of $5,000 to $10,000 for your coaching package and get tons of people who say yes to your offer and line up around the block to work with you, even if you're a brand new coach. And if it works for brand new coaches, it'll certainly work for you if you've been at this for a while. We'll also talk about how to find the perfect audience for you and how to speak their language so they trust you instantly and they see you as somebody that can absolutely help them. How to set yourself up as an expert so people seek you out and are ready, willing, and excited to hire you right on the spot. I'll also share with you the 3-step process for getting clients, 5 critical elements you need in your offer, and examples of client getting offers you can start using today. Lots and much, much more. All right, we also have this mega giveaway. So this is something I wanted to mention. Is when you watch this training all the way to the end, and then afterwards you can go into the Coach Club Facebook group. So that's my community for coaches. It's free for everybody. If you haven't joined yet, you can join. We could probably put the link. Somebody on my team could put the link in the chat if you haven't joined yet. And you can pick any one of these programs. So you post your 3 biggest takeaways from today. And then on the next live training, I'm going to announce the winner. And whoever the winner is, you get to pick. I want you to be ready. So if you win next week, on Monday, if you win, then I want you to tell me which one of these programs that you want. So either Group Coaching Goldmine, Rapid Results Coaching Academy, Coach Training and Certification Program, Discover Your Perfect Niche. A lot of people struggle with that one. And then Confident Coach, how to gain massive confidence as a coach. So just be here, pay attention. And then after this training is done, you can go to the Facebook group, post your 3 biggest takeaways, and then we'll pick a winner during next week's live, or we'll pick a winner and then I'll announce who the winner is on next week's live training, and you'll need to be there live to win. Okay, how I discovered the secrets to becoming a highly paid coach who changes people's lives. Well, when I got started as a coach, I was 25 years old. I had never coached anybody in my life. I didn't necessarily know what I was doing. I just knew kind of how to help people make changes and how to get the best out of people. Why did I know that? I started studying personal growth when I was 12. I'll tell you more about that next on our next training. But I was hanging out, at a lot of seminars, and a lot of my friends were telling me that I was making a big difference in their lives just by being their friend. And I actually got 6 paying clients in my first month as a coach, but I didn't charge enough. I didn't sign them up for any long-term package. And my income went up and down. My confidence would go up and down. I had bought a house young when I was 23 or 24. I bought a house, and I, fell behind on my car payments and mortgage, and almost lost my house and my car many times. After a couple of years of just this up and down and just feeling exhausted, I was taking out the garbage, and I just felt like I was burned out. I was working a ton of hours, but not working with a lot of clients. I was just trying to create things that I thought might make people interested. I would, if I made a little offer somewhere and couple people said no to it, I was like, oh, okay, that offer's not good. I try to create something else, working on marketing materials and newsletters and all kinds of stuff, going to networking events, public speaking. And I would get some clients, lose some clients, but I was taking the garbage out one day, and I just felt like I'd had enough. I didn't have the mental, emotional fortitude to keep going. And I was taking out the garbage, and I just thought, wow, it would be easier to just have a regular job again. And maybe it would just be good to be a garbage man. I was taking the garbage out, and I thought, I just want a job where I don't have to think so hard anymore. And so then I told my best friend, Sean, who some of you guys, who was in that video, who passed away 3 years ago. I was telling him how I was going to quit. We used to buddy coach each other every day. I was like, I was going to quit. And he was like, no, man, you're too good of a coach. And plus you'd make a terrible garbage man. And he encouraged me he challenged me to read a book a week. And so I started reading a book every week. And I did it for 36 weeks straight. Personal growth, business, marketing, sales. I would take all this general information. Keep in mind, this was 22, 23 years ago. The coaching industry didn't really exist back then. It was fledgling. There wasn't stuff specifically for coaches and how to get clients. And the things that were out there, a lot of it was bad information. I'm surprised, actually, there's still a lot of bad ideas and information being taught. But I took all this general sales and marketing business and personal growth stuff, and I applied it to my business, and I started getting clients. I never quit because I love just doing this work. I love coaching so much. But once I cracked the code, I won the Inc. 5000 Inc. magazine, Inc. 5000 magazine, or Inc. 500 magazine. I think it's Inc. magazine, but they have the Inc. 5000 award for being one of the fastest growing privately held companies in America. I did it 4 years in a row. When I first had coaches, after I started having success, then coaches started asking me what the heck I was doing. And so I had a handful of coaches hire me, and 4 out of the first 5 coaches that hired me grew their business to over $100,000 a year within 18 months. And one of them did it in 72 days. And that's when I realized that all the things I had to learn through trial and error, School of Hard Knocks, I could share with other coaches, and they could have success way faster than I did. And today I run my own multi-million-dollar coaching business that helps people in over 82 niches and 108 countries. I'm one of the highest paid coaches on earth, with clients paying $100,000 to work with me for a single day. And now I've gone on to help coaches generate over 1 million clients worldwide. I help clients get their highest paying. I help my students get their highest paying clients ever. This is Rob, who got a $52,000 a year client. I help clients get their very first help my students get their very first paying clients ever, like Todd, signed up for my program that week, and within that week, sold his first $10,800 coaching package on the first try using free sessions that sell. And in our upcoming trainings, you're going to discover the client multiplier system, how to enjoy clients for life and get glowing success stories and mass referrals. Client getting social media posts that get you clients fast, even if you have a small following, and the 5-step system to sign up clients for $5,000 to $100,000 each. So these are the upcoming masterclass sessions. Now I want to just jump right in. This is a training. This is a lesson from my $2,000 client attraction and money making mastery program, which I used to do as a live event. And this is really important. This is an important lesson. So I want to get right to this one. And this is the lesson of the dark chocolate covered strawberry. So, at my live event at Client Attraction and Money Making Mastery, I would ask people, it would be after lunch, right? So we go out to lunch, come back from lunch, and it'd be like, hey, raise your hand if you want food. Okay. And almost nobody raised their hand because we had lunch, so it wasn't a particularly hungry audience. Maybe like 1 or 2 people raised their hand. Maybe they didn't have enough to eat or just didn't eat lunch because they ended up doing something else. And then I say, raise your hand if you'd like dessert. And then about 15% of the audience raises their hand that they want dessert. And then I say, okay, who here would like some dark chocolate covered strawberries? Raise your hand. And when I say dark chocolate covered strawberries, then about 75–80% of the room raised their hands. And the enthusiasm with which people raised their hand went dramatically up. So, people are like, oh, me, right? Oh, by the way, this slide looks like milk chocolate covered strawberries and not dark chocolate covered strawberries. I'm just noticing that right now. But let's imagine they're dark chocolate. Although I'm sure some people prefer milk chocolate covered strawberries. But the interesting thing about this is, okay, everybody who raised your hand that said you want dark chocolate covered strawberries, why didn't you raise your hand when I said food? Isn't a dark chocolate covered strawberry food? It is food, right? So why did you get more hands for dark chocolate covered strawberry and way less hands for food? Because dark chocolate covered strawberries is very specific. Now, not everybody raised their hand for dark chocolate covered strawberries. Some people don't like chocolate. Some people don't like strawberries. Some people don't like dark chocolate. Some people maybe had tons of dessert already and they're just like, oh, I just couldn't possibly eat anymore, right? For whatever reason, not everybody went for it, but it was polarized. People were really strongly for it and some people didn't want it at all. And that's what you want. When you're a coach, if you want to attract a lot of clients, you want to make yourself or your coaching package a dark chocolate covered strawberry. A dark chocolate covered strawberry sells itself. Now, I could use some salesmanship and talk about the strawberry and where it's come, where it was picked from, that was picked this morning from this organic farm, and we use this special breed of strawberries that makes them bigger and juicier and sweeter. And then the chocolate we get is from, Belgium or whatever. It's Godiva chocolate, perhaps, and we melt it down, and it's a very special, rare, hard to get chocolate that costs way more than normal chocolate. And then we use this process where we heat up the chocolate, but we make sure that we heat it up just to the very degree where the chocolate melts and not any warmer, because if you heat the chocolate up too much, then it can denature some of the, and I'm making all this stuff up, right? So you could make the dark chocolate, you could do more to make this dark chocolate covered strawberry seem even more enticing, right? If you tell a story about all the ingredients and how it was made, and then how the people who actually make this dark chocolate covered strawberry have been making dark chocolate covered strawberries for generations. And they're like so all of these things can help you make the dark chocolate covered strawberry even more enticing. But we're starting with something that's inherently enticing in and of itself. So this dark chocolate covered strawberry, it practically sells itself. And now, again, you can do more to make it even more enticing. But when you nail it, right, when you have a very clear, specific offer, it practically sells itself. So let's talk about, as a coach, how that applies to you. If you're a coach and you're just a general success coach, you can be successful. You can have a six-figure business. You can help plenty of people. But it's a little bit harder to be a success coach, because it's kind of like if you are a success coach and you talk about how you help people, if people are hungry enough, remember when I said, who wants food? We did get a couple people raise their hand. And so if you're a success coach, then if people are hungry enough, people are going to raise their hand and go, oh, he's a success coach. Maybe he can help me because I'm single and I want to get into a relationship. Or maybe he can help me with my business, right? So they can sort of connect the dots, but it's harder. And you're making the client have to do the work. Oh, could this help me, this success coaching thing? Versus if you said, I'm a business coach and I help business owners double, triple, or even 10x their sales and profits. If you say that, and there is a business owner in the room, many business owners will be like, yes, I want that. Can like, please help me, right? There's not as much interpretation. There's no mystery. Like, can this help me or not? It's like, I want that result, right? Or if you're a dating coach, it's like, I help women find their soulmate, right? It's like, well, okay, if you're a woman and you're single, I help single women find their soulmate. If you're a single woman, you could go, that's me, I'm single, I want to find my soulmate. At the very least, it's like, well, I want to know more. Like, tell me more. Like, how do you do that? How does that work? Maybe you can help me. But you don't have to wonder as a success coach, like the clients don't have to wonder, like, could that help me? Maybe that could help me, right? So when you're specific, you're a dark chocolate covered strawberry. When you're a generalist life coach, or again, life coach is very general. Success coach is just as general as a life coach, but a little bit more enticing, because success is more enticing than just life. But when you pick a category, when you pick a group, when you pick a topic, you become so much more enticing. Now, there's a lot of reasons why coaches struggle to actually pin down a niche market, but I'm gonna run through the 4 major categories, and then I'm gonna help you get more and more specific. And if you want to play today, if you really want to get the most out of our time together today, then you could actually, if you don't have a niche, you could pick one right during this training. And if you have one, maybe you'll further refine it right during this training. I mean, why not be decisive and go for it? One of the biggest challenges coaches have with picking a niche is they're afraid to pick the wrong one. Well, what if I get it wrong? Well, I'll tell you what, it's way better to pick the wrong niche and go a million miles in the wrong direction than it is to stand still and not go in any direction. Because if you go a million miles in the wrong direction, you're going to build up strengths and talents. You're going to build up endurance. You're going to learn a lot on your travels, that if you realize that you need to pick a different niche, you don't have to go all the way back and start over. You could just start where you are and switch over with all of your experience. It's much better to go the wrong direction than to go in no direction. People are often paralyzed and just don't decide. Who here is up? I'm going to teach a little bit more to help you really get this and help cover some more specific popular niche markets. But who here is up for just, if you've struggled with having a niche, picking a niche, or never even heard about having a niche, and now it sounds like a good idea, who's up for like just saying, yes, I'll pick something today? Again, you don't have to be married to it. You can like date it for a little bit and see how you like it. But who's up for it? Yes, type yes, raise your hand, and or type yes in the chat if you're up for like actually just deciding and picking something, even if you don't know, to just pick anyway. That's how success happens, by the way. by making decisions and taking action. Making decisions and taking action is the key to success. It's not about getting it right. You think I get it right all the time? You think I don't make mistakes? If you want to be successful, you have to be willing to make mistakes. I became a millionaire by mistaking my way to millions. You know, failures are the bricks that pave the way to success. You don't become successful by not making mistakes and not failing. You've got to be willing to just decide and take action and let the chips fall where they may, right? And see what your results are, and then tweak and refine and keep going, and maybe completely change directions, or maybe just keep refining. Awesome. I love that you guys are going for it. Okay, so let me teach a little bit more here, and then I'll get you the decision point. There are 4 major niche categories or market categories: money related, relationship, health, and special interest. And I think I have a slide on each one. Let me just confirm. Let me go through this, and then I'll go back through that, unless I think I'm coming back around to it. All right, so choosing a niche. Being too general will cause people to overlook your offer because it won't sound appealing. You want to start with a category and then get more specific. Just like we went from food to dessert to dark chocolate covered strawberry, you're going to go from one of those categories like money to career coach that specializes in helping people climb the corporate ladder fast, right? Or from relationships to dating coach for single women over 40 or something like that, right? So start with a category, then get more specific. And when it comes to creating a package that sells, it needs to be specific in order to make it super exciting and enticing. This is going to help you make it so much easier for you to get lots of clients. You don't want to take. Oh, here's something that's really important. So we were taught in elementary school to reduce all our fractions, and that, you know, let's say 57 out of 114 is equal to 1/2. Well, when I was in philosophy class in college, my teacher said that reducing the fraction is not equal, it's equivalent, but you actually lose information. So you don't have, when you go from 57 to 114, if you reduce that down to 1/2, you lose out. You don't know how many you had anymore, right? 1/2 could be 1 out of 2. It could be 2 out of 4, right? It could be 5,700 out of 114,000, or 57,000 out of 114,000, right? Like, we don't know if you only go with 1/2. We don't know what that really means. The beauty of 1/2 is we create simplicity. It's a lot easier. Like, it's hard. Most people are not going to see 57 out of 114 and think, oh, that's 1/2. You might be able to guesstimate, or you could do the math in your head real quick and reduce it yourself and realize it's 1/2. But if the number is even bigger and more weird, it's even harder. So what happens is you lose detail when you reduce a fraction, but you gain simplicity. The mind can get 1/2 a lot faster and easier than it can get 57 out of 114. So here I am. My name's Christian Michelson. I shared a little bit about myself with you, but there's so much more to me than I shared. Even just within the business context, there's so much more that I do than just help people get clients, right? I can teach people how to write a best-selling book. I can teach people how to create their own high-end mastermind, how to lead their own live events, how to create online training programs, how to get JV partners to promote you, how to grow a big email list, you know, how to do a free session that sells, how to do powerful energy healing. I do powerful energy healing. And that's just within the business context, right? Then there's more to me than that as well, right? I'm a dad of 3 daughters. I'm a son, right? I have a stepmom. I've got, you know, there's so much more to me, but I can't get all of it across in like fast. So what I do, and this is one of the challenges that coaches have, it's like, well, there's so much to me. Like, I can help anyone. I can help people with so many different things, right? But the problem is is that it's so complex. You as a person, you as a coach, the level of complexity of what you could do is too overwhelming to people. So you have to reduce it down so that their mind can get it quickly. So my business is reduced down to Get Clients Today, which is the name of my #1 best-selling book, Get Clients Today, which I gave everybody a copy of when you signed up for this training. Get clients fast, get clients today, right? So that's what I'm about when you boil it all down. But there's way more to me. And so we've got to be willing to boil you down to one simple idea, or your coaching down to one simple idea, even though there's way more to you. So you have to be willing to like sacrifice complexity and detail for simplicity and ease so people can absorb you right away. Another important thing to note is coaches, we can have a massive impact on our clients' success, but ultimately the success of our clients is mostly up to them, not up to you as the coach. So one of the things I share, and I'm sure there's a slide for it, is that people don't pay for coaching, they pay for results. But it's up to the client to get the results. We can show them the map, we can be the guide or the Sherpa, we can do a lot to support them in their journey, but we can't do the push-ups for them, right? They've got to get out there and do it. So it's up to, if it's to be, it's up to me, right? That's my mantra for my own life. That's what I think our clients' mantras should be. And the reason I'm sharing that is because when you talk about the things that you help people do, like I help business owners double, triple, or 10x their sales and profits, people think, oh my God, what if somebody hires me? I don't know if I can absolutely guarantee every client who ever hires me is going to double, triple, or 10x their profits within the 6 months that we work together, right? Like, oh my God, that's over. Or if you help people find their soulmate, it's like, are you going to be able to help? Can you absolutely guarantee you're going to help every single person who hires you to find their soulmate within the 6 months that you worked with them? Well, no, that's not the guarantee. I mean, unless you did offer that guarantee, which we will talk about guarantees later in this training. But what we're aiming to do is we want to ring the bell, and we want to find the people who want that result, because it's like, I love working with coaches who want to rapidly grow their coaching business. That's who I'm like, who wants clients fast, right? That's who I love to work with. You might love working with people who want to find their soulmate. You might love working with people who want to find their dream career or land their dream job. Or you might like working with parents who have children that are driving them crazy, so they can realize that it's not the kid, but it's themselves as the parent that needs to change, right? Or whatever it is that you love to help people do. It's not that when you say find your soulmate now or double your sales and profits, doesn't mean you're on the hook and you have to be able to deliver this magical result 100% of the time. It means that if somebody were to hire you, they're far more likely to achieve the result with your support than without it. And the speed with which they would achieve the results is going to be much faster with your support than without it. But can you absolutely guarantee every single person who signs up to work with you is going to find their soulmate within 6 months or 10x their business within 6 months or 12 months? No. So I just want to take the pressure off. When we get clear about the results we help people with, doesn't mean you're like, oh, I gotta do this. And the funny thing is too, is that many coaches that don't pick a niche market, it's because they think, well, I can help anyone do anything. And then I say, okay, well, great. Then just be a business coach. And they're like, well, wait a second. I don't know if I'm qualified to be a business coach. But wait, you said you could help anyone change anything. Well, I don't know. Okay, well, then just be a dating coach. Oh gosh, am I qualified? It's like, well, but you can help anyone change anything. Well, the truth is about coaching is that we can help just about anyone change just about anything. That's one of the things that makes coaching really easy to sell. But because we can help just about anyone change just about anything, that also makes it really hard for us to market coaching, because we can't just market, hey, I'll help anyone change anything, because it's not clear and specific. Now we're saying, hey, I've got food. And if people are really hungry, I'll take food, right? But most people are going to be like, well, what kind of food? It's like, well, it's food, and it's like, well, what kind of food do you want? But if you say, hey, I've got dark chocolate covered strawberries, and people will be like, yes, I want that. So we want to be able to say the thing that gets the people to say, yes, I want that. Okay, we got to go back to these. Whoops, I'm going the wrong way. Trying to go back. Instead, I went forward. Okay, let's go back to these categories. So I want to do a quick rundown on some of these niche markets. So in money, this is off the top of my head. I was thinking maybe it was a slide that I had, but apparently it's not, which is fine. So in the money market, the money category, you could be a money coach. You could, in the coach, coaching people around money, you could be a career coach. And as a career coach, there's lots of different types, right? You could be a career coach that helps people find a job, right? So if they're unemployed, you could help people get employed. You could be a career coach for people who have a job, but want to climb the corporate ladder really fast. You could be a career coach for people who hate their job and want to discover what kind of job they're really meant to do. So that's within money. You could be a career coach. So it goes from food is general coach, dessert is money coach, dark chocolate covered strawberry is career coach, or maybe chocolate covered strawberry is career coach, and then dark chocolate covered strawberry would be the climb the corporate ladder fast, right? So you get even more clear and nuanced. Other categories within money is business coaching, sales coaching, and then business coaching. You can go even deeper. You could focus on a specific industry, right? I help coaches, consultants, healers, authors, speakers, right? I help those kind of folks. You could be helping plumbers, electricians, restaurant owners, web developers, IT companies. Like right? You could go by business type. You could also go by your business. You could focus on strategy, right? I'm a business coach and I help business owners grow their business with social media. So you could focus on a specific thing. Or I'm a business coach and I help people grow their business with online marketing, right? So you could just really focus on a very specific piece of the pie of business growth and really be known for that. Okay. And then you could also be a money coach. You could be an investor coach that you coach people on and on investing and growing their wealth. Crypto coach, coaching people on crypto or NFTs. You could be a coach on, helping people get out of debt. You could be so let's see what else on money. Really anything along those lines, I think. Could be missing some things, but that's the gist of it. Relationship coaching. Let's talk about that. You could be a parenting coach. You could be a coach for single women. You could be a coach for single women that want to attract another woman as a partner or a man as a partner, or you could be a dating coach for women who want to get into a throuple, or men who want to get into a throuple. You could be a coach for single men, single straight men, single gay men, right? There's just all these varieties of different types of relationships. There's poly dating. There's probably a bunch of other stuff and categories. And then you could also coach couples, right? You could coach couples who are maybe on the verge of separating or divorce. You could coach couples on specific things. You could be a sex coach. And there's probably even you could be a coach for a father-daughter relation, like adult, not parenting, but like maybe you coach people on having a great relationship with their parents as a potential niche. Let's go to health. Health could be weight loss. Health could be helping people end chronic back pain, could be end anxiety now, could be, reverse type 2 diabetes, end fibromyalgia, or live symptom free, or, any specific health issue. And then special interest categories, could be things like, yarn, knitting, baseball card collecting, NFTs could be also special interest, but also potentially could be in the money category. You could be a poker coach for novices who just are, wanting to do it for fun, which would be in special interest. Or if you want to, help professional coaches be able to make a living at it, then that moves it over into the other category. And sometimes these categories can overlap or be in, a topic could potentially be in two different categories. You could be a sexual health coach, which maybe relates to relationships, but maybe it's has something to do with more health. Other things about special interests, I mean, it could be pets, dog training. One of my clients has a multi-million dollar, one of my former clients has a multi-million dollar dog training business. One of my friends has a multi-million dollar tennis coaching, online tennis coaching business. So anything special interest. I know somebody who's used to make a lot of money selling training on how to get your parrot to speak. So there's all kinds of topics, barbecuing, grilling, anything along those lines. If it's something that there's a lot of interest in, it could be something that maybe, depending on how special interest it is, how intense it is, and how intense, like how financially, how much money people spend on that topic. Like sometimes people spend a crazy amount of money, let's say boating or something, like, or boat collecting, maybe is could be a special interest. It's like, okay, well, if you're really an expert at boats, and then maybe people might pay you $10,000 or even $100,000 to get your expertise and help them with their boat collecting and help find, great boats at good prices, or help them realize if they're going to buy a boat, if it is a good deal. But some special interests maybe aren't going to get you a high-end client, but maybe could be a program where you can get lots of group coaching clients, or you could create online training programs and sell a lot of them because there's a lot of interest in it, but maybe not a lot of people would pay a ton of money for it. Okay, let's keep things moving. Actually, no, let's not keep things moving. Let's get decisive right now. Out of all the niche markets I just rattled off, maybe you already have one, which is cool. If you do, you could just type it. If you don't have it, there's a handstand coach who makes $2 million a year. That might very well be true. A handstand coach. I love it. But that's the thing about the handstand coach, right? If you could reach a lot of people, but I don't know if there's a lot of people who'd pay $10,000, but there maybe is a lot of people who'd pay $10,000 to be good at doing handstands. Nonetheless, if you were going to pick a niche market right now, I'm not going to force you to stick with it for the rest of your life, but at least, for the next few weeks, what would be your niche? So goals coach is not necessarily that's still general. So what kind of goal? Pick a goal that people might have that you're going to focus on helping them with that specific goal. Okay, awesome. I applaud you for picking a niche market. Yay. Divorced men I saw on there. That sounds like a great niche market. Oh my God. When I went through my divorce a couple of years ago, I joined a Facebook group, like a men's support Facebook group for men going through divorce. And I had a very smooth, conscious uncoupling with my ex-wife, and it was still really hard. And then I was reading all the stuff that all these other guys were going through, and I just thought my heart was breaking for them. And I was being super encouraging in the group. And then I got kicked out of the group because I think somebody thought I was going to try to get clients from the group or something. I don't really know. I never was told why, but I got kicked out of the group. I tried to rejoin. I couldn't get back in, but I was doing all sorts of, positive encouragement, recommending books and all kinds of stuff to be helpful. And I got kicked out of the group, and I was like, wait, I need to be there with these guys. And I sometimes wonder, like, well, maybe I should help that niche market, and maybe I will one day. But right now I have a great life working part-time, helping my niche market of fellow coaches and generating millions of dollars. So I'm pretty happy with what I've got. But at some point, maybe I would want to help divorced men. And all right. Good job. Is there anyone who hasn't picked a niche yet? Raise your hand if you haven't picked. I see you. Just pick something. And if you can't pick, then I'll pick for you. Just be a business coach. Bam. If you're not a coach, just be a business coach. It's one of the best niche markets. It's the easiest to reach clients. The clients are great to work with, and they're fun to work with, and they're already committed to getting great results if they already have a business. So they have skin in the game. And if you don't feel qualified, don't worry. I'll help you get qualified. All right, let's jump back ahead. Okay, so going back to one of the biggest challenges for coaches is they don't know how to package their coaching in a way that makes it really enticing. So that's what we're going to get to right now, right? So here's a great question to ask. Would you pay $5,000 if you could push a magic button? I said here, take a pill. A lot of people are like, well, I don't want to take some weird drugs. If you could just push a button and instantly get a slim, sexy body. Like if you get in the best shape of your life by pushing a button, taking a pill, whatever, would you pay $5,000 for that? I would. You know, I'll take the easy button, right? Would I pay $5,000 to get that result? Yes. Would you? Some of you, yes. Would everybody? No. There's going to be people who are like, no, I want to earn it. I want to work for it. Or gosh, 5,000. I don't have 5,000. I wouldn't pay 5,000. I have other priorities in my life, you know. So there's going to be people who wouldn't pay for it. But the truth is, there's a lot of people who would. Okay, so you want to ask yourself the same thing. This is the good test for getting high-end clients, right? If you have a niche market like being a handstand coach, you know, there's probably a few people who would pay $5,000 to learn how to do a handstands, but that's a great niche market nonetheless for that guy or whoever that is that's doing that. I didn't know about the $2 million a year doing handstand, but you know, if there's enough people who'd pay $29, $19, $29, $47 or whatever to learn that, right? So there's a big audience who would pay a small amount, but this is great test to see if this is a great niche market for coaching, for you to coach people on. Would you pay, or would other people pay $5,000 to find your soulmate now and have an amazing relationship for the rest of your life? I would pay $5,000 now. I mean, think about all the dates and trial and error and thinking this person's gonna work out, and then, you know, whatever, and then you break up and you're sad and you're like, oh, I was hoping it would work with them, and then you meet somebody else and you go on a bunch more dates and all the time swiping and then texting and then losing track of people and all that stuff. I mean, if you could just pay $5,000 and have it handled, who here would do that? Raise your hand or type yes in the chat. Yeah, and so would everybody do that? No, not everybody would. Right? If you're not single, you're not going to do that. If you are single, maybe you're already getting tons of quality, great people wanting to date you. And it's just a matter of, it's like pretty easy for you. Some people, it's like, gosh, I couldn't possibly afford $5,000. That's okay too. How about this one? Who here would pay $5,000 to have a multi-million-dollar business? Yeah, a lot of people would, right? So type yes, raise your hand. So these are now $5,000. The reason why I'm using that as a sort of a, you know, just a general number is because I recommend coaches charge at least $5,000 for their coaching packages. What's going to be in your coaching package? I'm going to share with you all the stuff you can put in your coaching package in just a second. But the gist of it is people don't pay for coaching, they pay for results. And when you first offer your coaching package, you should focus primarily on the result you help people get, not so much on your credentials or achievements. Now, if you are going to offer a coaching package, the coaching package itself, having a coaching package to a certain extent shows that you're an expert. But here are 5 myths about being seen as an expert. It's important to be seen as an expert so that people will buy your coaching package. Writing a best-selling book is a way that you can be seen as an expert. Having a fancy degree or PhD, getting tons of certifications, having tons of testimonials and client success stories, being connected with successful people or superstars. Those are all things that you can do to be seen as an expert, but none of those are as effective as these 2 things. There was a research study done. Lawyers who would need to put an expert on the witness to be an expert witness, an expert on the stand, they were trying to figure out, well, which experts convince the audience or the jury the most? Was it the expert that had the most credentials and degrees? Hint, hint, the answer is no. Or was it something else? Well, the expert in the study, the expert that people believed the most and trusted the most was the expert who could explain things in the most simple and easy to understand terms. So if you want to be seen as an expert, it's not about all those PhDs and credentials, although those can help, right? They're a little shortcut, but the two things you want to do, this is the number one way to be seen as an expert, these two things, is to talk about what people really care about, which is results, right? Speak the language of clients. The language of clients is the language of results. Talk about their problems, their challenges, what it's like to have those problems and challenges. Talk about what it is they want to achieve. Talk about what they care about. If you can do that, and if you can teach them something valuable, people are going to see you as an expert. Hopefully by now you see that I'm an expert. I have been coaching for 20-something years, but that's cool that I've been coaching for a long time. But the thing that probably convinces you that I'm an expert the most is because I'm talking about what's important to you, like getting clients, right? Helping people. And I'm teaching you some things that are really valuable. And it's like, okay, Christian definitely knows what he's talking about. So there's no doubt I'm an expert, because I could tell you I've been coaching for a long time, but then if I don't teach you anything good, if I don't talk about the things that are important to you, you're going to tune out, right? You're going to move on. So this is also important, is the 3-step process for getting clients. In order to get clients need to hear about you. That's called marketing. You can do that on social media. There's a lot of ways for clients to hear about you, which I'll share later. And then once they hear about you, they need to have a free session with you. Now, it's possible to get them to sign up for your coaching packages through a webinar or through public speaking or through a sales video. But if you're going to get high-end clients that are paying $5,000, $10,000 or more, it's probably going to happen through people having a one-on-one free session with you. And then step 3 is they hire you. They hear about you, they have a free session with you, and they hire you. I'm going to go a lot more in depth into that in one of our future trainings. But right now I want to get into, when you have an offer, what's in it that's going to make people want to buy it? All right, there's 5 elements to a really enticing offer. What's in it? How much is it? Are there bonuses? Is there any scarcity and urgency? Like, is there anything that makes them feel like they have to buy it now versus just waiting? And is there a guarantee? So here we go. So offering one-on-one coaching is just one way to package your coaching, and it's a great way to coach, but there are other ways to package your coaching. You might want to ask, like, what's the best format for my client to be able to overcome their challenges, for them to be able to learn what I'm going to be teaching them, and ultimately to get the results. It might be one-on-one coaching over time. It could be a one-on-one intensive, like VIP day with you, where you spend a day just really helping them, have inner breakthroughs, map things out, get strategized, whatever. Is it a live event? Is it an online training program? Is it group coaching? So your offer can have any of these things: one-on-one coaching, group coaching, an online training program, a live event, or VIP days, or it could be a combination of all these things. Could be what your offer is. If you are doing one-on-one coaching, many people, it's like, well, how many coaching sessions should you do with each client? Well, the number of sessions you do with somebody should be based on the result you're helping them achieve, right? If I'm a dating coach, I might only work with clients for 3 to 6 months. If I'm a business coach, I'm probably going to sign clients up for a year at a time, right? If I want a weight loss coach, the length of time I sign up a client for might depend on how much weight they want to lose, right? If somebody wants to lose 30 pounds, maybe I only need to work with them for 5 to 7, maybe 6 months or something, right? But if somebody wants to lose 150 pounds, maybe we're going to have to work together for 18 months, right? And maybe they can lose it all in 12 months, but we want to make sure they keep it off. So then, we need the extra 6 months so they don't just go right back. So, you can vary your offer then depending on the client situation. But, for most of you, most clients, it's going to be something, you can create a package that's going to fit most of your clients' needs. But depending on what kind of coaching you do, you're going to figure out what works for you, right? A basic offer coaches can start with, this is what I used to do back in the day. You might do one-on-one coaching at $997 per month for 6 months. So that's about $6,000. Or you can let people full pay, right? They just pay the entire 6 months up front for $4,997. So if you're a dating coach, a weight loss coach, career coach, business coach, $5,000 for 3 30-minute one-on-one sessions a month is $5,000. So you work with people for 6 months. Now, why? And this is, again, you can totally change this. You might sign people up for a year. Maybe you're going to charge less. You don't have to charge this much. But when I talked about, hey, if you could get this result, would it be worth $5,000? Most people said, yes, the result is worth $5,000. So would you pay $5,000 for a coach to help you get that result? Now, that's not necessarily the same amount of people aren't going to say, yes, I'll pay $5,000 to push a button and get totally thin and in the best shape ever. Not necessarily all those same people would pay $5,000 for coaching to get there, because it's like, oh, okay, I'll get coaching, but oh man, now I'm gonna have to change my eating and I'm gonna have to do more exercise and stuff. So maybe people still might not invest the $5,000, but a lot of people will invest $5,000 to get in the best shape of their life, or to find their soulmate now, or to grow their business, right? So it's worth it. People don't pay for coaching, they pay for results. But for the most part, 3 30-minute sessions a month for 6 months is a good amount of coaching to help people make some great progress and speed up the results. And many people will actually get the result they're looking for within those 6 months, depending on what kind of coaching you're doing, depending on the kind of client you're working with. When you create a package, once you know what you're offering, is it one-on-one coaching, group coaching, a VIP day, etc., there are other deliverables that you can include in your coaching. There could be, let's say they sign up for a group coaching program, you might include a couple of one-on-one coaching sessions with you, might be part of the package. So they're signing up for their group program, but they get a couple one-on-one sessions with you. Maybe they end up being bonuses. So we'll talk about that in a minute. Maybe they get tickets to a live event, a VIP day with you. Or maybe they sign up for a group coaching session. They also get tickets to a live event and they get a VIP day. Or maybe something that's really specific to your niche. For example, if you're a weight loss coach, maybe they get meal plans. Maybe they get exercise plans. Maybe you do virtual workout sessions together. If you're a business coach, maybe do marketing critiques where you review their marketing materials and give them feedback to upgrade their marketing. Maybe it's some group coaching sessions, maybe some email templates, right? I'm going to give you guys some social media templates on one of our upcoming trainings so that you can just copy, paste, and post and get clients from it. If you're a dating coach, maybe you do an online profile makeover. Maybe you have a photo shoot where you actually, you do take new photos for them, or you have a photographer who does the photo shoot for them, an image consultant that can give you a wardrobe makeover. These are all kinds of things that you can do to help your clients that aren't just one-on-one coaching, that make the coaching package even more desirable. One of the greatest questions that has led to my success is this one. How can I add more value? How can I add more value? I'm constantly asking the question, how can I add more value? My offer for my programs have gotten better. I'm always looking to streamline or add more programs in, or add more things. Everything I've ever offered, not everything, but most things I offer, especially if I'm still offering them today, we're always looking at upgrading things. So that's a great question to constantly be asking. How can you add more value? Okay, so once you have your package, you want to figure out how to price it. And again, the minimum I think most people should charge is $4,997 or $5,000 per client for 6 months of coaching. If you're doing business coaching, you're going to sign people up for a year, which would mean, at a minimum, they're going to be paying you $10,000 for a year of coaching. Making $100,000 per year is not that difficult. If you did 5 free sessions per month for a whole year, 5 times 12 is 60. So if you did 60 free sessions, and out of those 60 free sessions, if you got 20 clients that pay you $5,000 each, that would get you $100,000 in a year. But the truth is, you're not going to get 20 clients that pay you $5,000, because one of the things I recommend is the pricing ladder. And so if you think I only have room for 20 clients at a time, maybe your first 5 clients are going to be at 5,000. Then your next 3 clients are going to be, 6,000 perhaps. Then maybe your next handful of clients are at 7,500. And then your next few clients are at 10,000 until you're completely booked up. And then all new clients coming in are, and maybe you keep raising your rates. Now you don't have to do that, but you could do that. It's one of the things I recommend. If somebody hires me for coaching, one of the first things I do, I help them raise their rates and keep raising them and keep pushing them, because people will pay a lot for coaching because it's so powerful, especially if you're really good at coaching. We're going to talk about that in our next training, which is, how to be really, really good at coaching, so that so that you're good at helping people get great results. 20 clients times 5,000, that's 100,000 a year. If you get 20 clients at 10,000, that's 200,000 a year. If you get 40 clients at 10,000, it's 400,000 a year. Or 20 clients at 20,000, that's 400,000 a year. And then another thing you can add in is bonuses. And bonuses are kind of like those other deliverables. You could have the group coaching program, but as a bonus, they could get one-on-one coaching, or they could get a ticket to your live event, or as a bonus, they could get the meal plans or stuff like that. But here's a secret about bonuses that I usually only share with the people who are in my $80,000 mastermind, which is that you can make your bonuses overcome people's objections. So for example, sometimes when I offer my free sessions that sell program, free sessions that sell, the client sign-up system teaches people how to do a free coaching session. Sometimes people are like, okay, but I don't know where to get the people to have the sessions with. So I'm like, well, okay, why don't I include my client attraction and money-making mastery program, which teaches people marketing, so you can have an endless stream of people to have these free sessions with. So it overcomes the objection of, well, okay, great, I need your system to how to do the sessions, but how do I even get the people to have the sessions with? Well, boom, I'll show you how to do that too. If you have a program that teaches people how to get clients from your email list, maybe you have a program called the Email List Maximizer. But then people are like, well, I don't have an email list. Then it's like, okay, well, one of the bonuses is the Big List Blueprint. That's going to show you how to create a big list fast. And then I'll show you how to monetize your list. So, think about all the different objections your prospects might have before they invest in your coaching offer. And then you can create bonuses that address those issues. Scarcity and urgency is another element to a great offer. So human nature has taught us that we are natural procrastinators. So using scarcity and urgency, but not pressure, will motivate your potential client to take action fast. You never want to pressure people like, you should buy this, buy it, buy it, buy it. If you ever gone to a used car or even new car salespeople, there's often a lot of pressure there. And you don't want to be like that at all. And you don't need to be. Scarcity is, having a limited amount, and urgency is a limited time. So scarcity, hey, I only offer a certain number of one-on-one sessions per month, or hey, I'm giving, there's a limited number of copies of my book, or I only have a certain number of VIP spots for people who work with me one-on-one. I also, you have special pricing for people who decide to go for it right now. Actually, that's probably more of an urgency. Offer a special sale for a limited time, have an expiration date on a downloadable offer, seasonal offers, create urgency. And then a guarantee. A great guarantee does the following for your potential client. It takes away the risk so they feel good about buying, gives them the feeling that your work is so good that you would back it with a great guarantee. And they don't feel like you're taking their money. Instead, they gladly give it to you. They know they're investing it. Here's an example of a guarantee from one of my programs, the Make Big Money Guarantee. This is from my Big Money Business Coach training. I'm so committed to seeing you get lots of high-paying clients that if you study the training, do the coursework, and implement my system, and you don't get clients, we'll give you the extra support that you need. If you still don't get clients, I don't deserve your money and will happily give you a refund during the 90-day guarantee period. So that's an example of a guarantee that takes away all the risk. When you have a guarantee, your potential client has nothing to lose and everything to gain, making your offer that much more enticing of a no-brainer to invest in. Okay, covered a ton. How has this training been for you guys so far? Please share in the chat. How's it been? What's been your favorite thing you've gotten from this so far today? Marveloso. The niche stuff, bonuses, more clarity, coaching packages, chocolate covered strawberry, being specific. How to price my coaching, craft an irresistible offer. Your training is always excellent. You teach with clarity and examples. Thank you. How to overcome objections, bonuses to overcome objections. All right. Okay, so that is the end of our training for anybody who's watching the video. If you're watching the video, I hope you found this valuable. If you did, please go to the Coach Club Facebook group and share the 3 things you found most valuable. And I look forward to seeing you on our next trainings. But those of you who are here live, I have this bonus section for you.